A university has sacked a researcher over links with far right. Appointment of Noah Carl has led to protests from students and staff earlier this year. I do not know who this man is. I am not familiar with his work. Maybe he's one of the worst of the worst. I have no idea. But in this story, apparently, the reason he was banned is because he participated in some research or some kind of group pertaining to race and intelligence. The appropriate way science deals with these ideas is it debunks them, it challenges them, and it proves them wrong. Let me tell you what happens when you ban a researcher without disproving their method. That provides proof to the far right, they say, that the idea must have merit, or at least it allows the idea to thrive in other areas. If you truly want to end these ideas, just prove them wrong. That's what science is supposed to do. But now what are we seeing? Science is being banned from certain websites. Studies are being taken down because they're offensive. Researchers, because of things they've done in the past, are now being removed. Everything seems to be falling apart. And this is one of the most egregious things in my opinion. We must defend science above all else. From these crazy people who hate the idea that their worldview is wrong and would challenge the rational thinkers who want to better understand our reality. It may be that Noah Carl is a bad person. I don't know. The point is, in science, we prove him wrong. Unfortunately, where we are today in the world, you don't have to prove anyone wrong. You just need to stand up and shriek and say "re" as loud as you can until the university says the customer is always right and caters to your every whim. Because instead of actually doing science, we better just placate the young angry people who throw Molotov cocktails at our building and cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage like they did with Milo back in Berkeley. Heavens forbid, heaven forbid, anyone dare challenge a bad opinion. No, just bash him over the head, they say. Welcome to 2019. I have said that I feel like things are escalating. And, I predicted 5-10 years, but it really feels like these past few months, it's been way faster. Let's read a little bit of the story. A Cambridge University college has dismissed a researcher after uncovering evidence of his collaboration with far-right extremists, which the head of the college apologizing, with the head of the college apologizing unreservedly to students for the appointment. St. Edmund's College announced it had terminated the post held by Noah Carl, who was at the center of protests earlier this year after being named as the college Toby Jackman Newton Trust Jr. Research Fellow. Carl's appointment prompted complaints from students and staff that his writings on race and intelligence helped legitimize racist stereotypes, with more than 1,000 people signing an open letter attacking Carl's publications. A special investigation panel appointed by the college upheld the complaints and said Carl had put a body of work into the public domain that did not comply with established criteria for research ethics and integrity. Matthew Bullock, the master of St. Edmund's, said in a statement, the panel found that in the course of pursuing this problematic work, Dr. Carl had collaborated with a number of individuals who were known to hold extremist views. I don't know what those views are. I hope they can explain it. There was a serious risk that Dr. Carl's appointment could lead directly or indirectly to the college being used as a platform to promote views that could incite racial or religious hatred and bring the college into disrepute. Does that challenge or prove his ideas wrong? No. They literally are quoted as saying, we don't want our reputation hurt, and you're going to make people angry. In addition, the panel also noted that the way in which Dr. Carl has conducted himself with regard to his publications and the ideas he has expressed have had a detrimental effect on the atmosphere within the college, with feelings of hurt, betrayal, anger, and disbelief that the college could be associated with such views. Did you prove the views wrong? You know what? I'll say this. You're morons. You're morons. You can't prove the idea wrong. Your feelings are hurt? My God. You think I like these people? Of course not. And that's why I want science to prove them wrong. And I will wait for it to come about. But when you wiggle your fingers in the air and say, but our feelings are hurt, we don't believe these things. In an email sent to St. Edmund's Combination Room, the equivalent of a students' union, Bullock told students, in light of these findings, on behalf of the governing body and myself, I apologize unreservedly for the hurt and offense felt by all members of the Combination Room. Aw, poor babies. Did you decide to actually put forth data refuting his ideas, or did you complain that there was hurt and offense? I'm just so sick of these people, man. Diversity and inclusivity are fundamental values of the college, and we abhor racism and religious hatred. There are lessons we must learn about how we demonstrate the importance of these values, and we will take action to repair the damage that has been caused to our college community. The research fellowship held by Carl was a paid position lasting 3 years and included college dining rights and accommodation allowances. The college said Carl had been given multiple opportunities to reply to the criticisms, which he did in his written submissions and at meetings with both investigations conducted for the college. The outcome is that some aspects of Dr. Carl's work do not fulfill the criteria expected for academic scholarship. Those findings made Dr. Carl's position as a research fellow at St. Edmunds untenable. We appointed Dr. Carl based on his academic achievements at the University of Oxford and on the commendations which supported his application. It is regrettable that such an appointment has been compromised by Dr. Carl's other activities, of which we were completely unaware when electing him to his fellowship. It sounds like there was evidence to suggest the dude has achievements and commendations. Okay then, what are you saying that he's done? I haven't seen any evidence in this story. They haven't said that he's wrong about this, his methodology is bad, he doesn't know what he's doing. In fact, quite the contrary. They're praising this guy as having commendations and achievements and then saying their feelings were hurt. A second investigation into Carl's recruitment, led by Patrick Elias, a retired Court of Appeal judge, found no failings in the college's procedure, but noted concerns about Dr. Carl only came to light after the recruitment process was concluded. Here's what they've said so far. Achievements, commendations, and there was nothing wrong with our procedure in appointing him. So prove his ideas wrong. Otherwise, what you are saying right now to all of these people, the racists or otherwise, is that he was right. That you vetted him, you vetted him correctly. He has achievements and commendations. He's right. And then you say he hurt our feelings. What do you think that tells the worst of the worst? You're telling them they're right. You insane morons. However, he made a number of recommendations for changes to the college's appointment procedures. Carl was previously a research fellow at Nuffield College, Oxford, and attended the London Conference on Intelligence, where race intelligence and eugenics were discussed. After news of the closed-door meeting emerged, University College London said it would bar the conference from using its facilities in the future. In March, the Canadian academic Jordan Peterson announced he was to be an unpaid visiting fellow at Cambridge's Divinity School this summer, but the offer was later rescinded after an outcry among students and faculty members. Hold on. I don't know anything about Carl, but is this what their argument is? That he attended a conference where race intelligence was discussed? I don't know who he is. I don't. So what do you think I'm going to tell people? What do you think regular people are going to think? And what do you think the propaganda is going to be? I will tell you right now. You're going to have the people who are proponents of the race intelligence debate, proponents of racial intelligence as a core concept. They're going to say that this guy simply tried talking about it and lost his job. For all I know, this dude opposed it. Because what do you think they'd do to me? I sat down with some alt-right people. We had an argument. I disagreed with them. I was asking them about why they were here protesting what they believe. What do they believe? What do? They take the photo and try and claim I hang out with them. Yes, the one time I went to a bar where they were hanging out in a specific event where I don't live. That's what they do. So now what's going to happen is I can only assume this guy doesn't hold these views, perhaps was arguing against them, but simply because he attended the conference where it was discussed. UCL, it's a year-old story, to investigate eugenics conference secretly held on campus. If it was secretly held, then perhaps they really do believe a lot of these issues. We had Sam Harris say, I believe it was Sam Harris, who is a neuroscientist, that he believes there is a racial component to intelligence. I'm not going to say one way or the other. I mostly believe that there's a balance to nature and nurture. Some people are tall, some people are short, some people are smart, some people are dumb, and maybe it's race, maybe it's not. I don't know. What I do know is you need to prove people wrong. If Sam Harris is going to say that he believes there's probably a racial component to it, then okay. The question proposed in this manner, though, by the left is typically the discussion shouldn't be had. Vox actually ran a story arguing in favor of this idea. I'm not joking. Vox ran a story that favored the idea of racial intelligence. But their argument was that we shouldn't talk about it because it's racist and bad for society. That's amazing. And then you see this story. If Vox is going to run that story, then I have to conclude, maybe this guy, maybe he's right. If Vox thinks he's right, what am I supposed to say? And I kid you not, Vox ran this story. It was in response to Sam Harris. Their argument was basically, yes, we know this is true, but we shouldn't talk about it. Well, because like Cambridge said, it could hurt some feelings. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. As always.